What is good, yo? Guys, the season finale of My Hero is finally come to a conclusion, and yeah, we got ourselves pretty amazing animation. Not to mention the fact that this was pretty much just it after it was all said and done. Um, Nothing else really happened besides the end, which I think I want to touch on really quick, which with Deku seeing the first person to ever get the power that he has, it feels weird that he's getting this now, but at the same time it doesn't, because you gotta imagine that the people inside of the power that All Might gave could be a little bit unexplained in the case of maybe they're watching over this whole time, or maybe they don't watch or anything like that, but they can just feel the user getting a little bit more antsy for some reason. I don't know what the case is, but it honestly felt like something was triggered for it to have to like end up this way, giving Deku a dream of pretty much what All Might told him about, and how the power came to be and whatnot. So it's one of those types of things now where you're kind of just left to wait a whole entire season announcement for it to come back to actually understand just what the heck actually just happened. So I'm really interested in why Deku just got his hand all glowing and stuff like that. But it's kind of obvious that it should be something relatively strong and relatively game breaking, right? This man's probably going to ascend as much as we expect him to, and with that being the case, I can only imagine actually how much he's going to grow from every single experience. Even when he's not physically fighting, somehow he got growth out of this just by watching it, or maybe understanding that there is someone out there who fights just as hard, even if not harder, to save everybody, to make sure everybody's okay. But at the same time, just because he goes about it much more different than you know All Might did and others, it doesn't matter as long as he's actually trying to make heroes look better in the light. I'm not gonna lie, this man Endeavor destroyed so much stuff in the wake of all this, but he was mainly attacking the monster, and it just so happened that people got caught in the way. So I think it's pretty obvious where this is all gonna go at the end of the day. I feel like Endeavor has truly done the thing that All Might has done in just shaking his successor to the core and pushing a narrative that they have to understand that this is their time, as well as I'll be here as long as I can, but if battles get like this, what else can Endeavor do if something else pops off at this exact moment? So just talk about Endeavor and his partner Hawk. Um, wow. Hawk is sick. Not only does he save everybody from this building, but he then is the only reason why Endeavor actually has a chance to keep up with this Nomu, seeing how he used up a lot of his power and he started to overheat, so he couldn't even go at the speeds he wanted to. He barely had the power that he did at the beginning of the fight. So everything was just not looking good for him. And then it went from not looking good to Endeavor straight up just getting bodied. He got slapped pretty hard, which was crazy, but somehow recovers from it all and figures out a way that, he's going to have to push somehow, some way to finish this fight. And timely manner, not only just timely, but to still be protecting people. It was pretty crazy to see a person who absolutely hated Endeavor actually feel some type of way. Someone that, he really didn't see him as his father and stuff like that. He really just didn't like him at all for what he had done, how far he had pushed his mom to be. And it even showed in his other children that they all felt the same way, even if maybe one of them understood why he was doing it. It still was the grand scheme of him doing the things that he did the way he did, just wasn't right. Um, but regardless of all that, we can see exactly why he's doing, or why he's doing it, why he did it, and what is actually paying off from it. Because now that we have an understanding of just how much he would put forward to save people and help his family, it's kind of scary to see this battle going as far as it did with someone who is relatively new. You this Nomu is a brand new character and didn't really seem that threatening, in the grand scheme of what All Might has already dealt with. So to be like, oh man, this guy is the strongest villain we've ever seen ever would be dumb to say, because clearly there's much, much stronger villains out there, and that's why this is a scary situation for our guy, our Endeavor, is because what if someone stronger than him shows up and he has to push himself to his limits, but yet it doesn't end up doing enough, right? That's what I kind of noticed with this. That's what I kind of wasn't expecting to see. Um, but regardless, I think it played out so well. This animation of him just blowing up with flames. I told you guys last week, if you're going to watch My Hero and you haven't seen anybody use fire in this show yet, you're in for a treat. Because fire seemingly is one of the better things I've seen on the show be animated and just done, all the way back to the sun icy hot. So we also get a little bit of insight on the mind of Endeavor, just why he does things the way he was doing them, or the reason behind his son having ice and fire. This fight was very telling of why that is. He doesn't want his son to pretty much go through the same type of tear on his body that his father does, knowing that, sooner or later he's going to have a kid that's going to have his ability to control flames like him, or even better. He wanted to have a backup plan for his kid, which was having ice so he can actually cool himself down every time he gets to this point of overheating, just like Endeavor did. And he pretty much knew that because of it, he couldn't attack. And the no move even noticed it, right? Like, oh, you're not firing anymore, so I guess something's up. Like, it's really obvious when someone who is just going ham with their abilities, attacking nonstop, just all of a sudden has to stop. And the only thing he's trying to do is get closer and closer, because he knows that that's probably the only way he's going to actually wind up, doing the most damage, seeing how far range isn't going to do much, and he's gotten close enough to hit him and stuff, but even that wasn't enough, because this Nomu is ridiculously powerful in the case of regeneration. So much so that once he knew he was about to get hit by more fire, he removed his own head and made sure something was alive so he can recover from it. So not only is he intelligent, he is scary, smart in the case of battle. Like, he has battle intelligence. So all of that being said, Endeavor definitely has become people's characters. There's no way you're telling me if you hated Endeavor, you don't feel a little bit more of a, better side of him or understanding for him. Because if you don't, then okay. But if you do, welcome and strap in, because season 5 with Deku already getting some type of power up, it feels like, or maybe some type of explanation as to why he just got this weird like dream and all that stuff. Hopefully, it's going to be something remotely dope because I don't know. I feel like a lot of this show has just been doing quite well and it was going quite slow, but now that they're picking it up and doing everything in their power, I can definitely get behind that. So, hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. Um, I'm definitely not going to be able to drop things as soon as they come out today, but I definitely will be trying to um, keep up with it while I'm out. Even though I don't got to be anywhere for a couple hours, I just wanted to make sure um, I saw this episode and I got to get my take on it. Regardless of people already showing stuff from 7 hours ago, but I know my anime people wanted to hear my opinion, and I really do hope to hear yours in the comments below. So, with all that being said, everybody, take care. Let me know if you enjoy Endeavor a little bit more now, or you still think he was too reckless or something along those lines. But regardless, I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. So, with all that being said, yeah, talk to you in the next one. Peace.